Hey Happy Crew, HappiDaze here. In today's video, we are doing day 1 of Grand Party. So just to note that when this video goes live, if you do not get your 3 wins by the time the next reset happens, then you'll be capped out at 12 wins. Luckily, you'll need 10 for this season, but still, you want to make sure that you get all these wins as soon as you can. So yeah, just make sure you get your matches done for the day. You can see all the different crews for the first 4 days, so you should be able to easily get those 10 wins, get the full gem rewards, and call it a day here. So before we get into the actual Grand Party match for the day, just a quick look at the new rule set. So Strength, Int, Type, CT is up level 3, so that's good. Both those teams will be going pretty ham. You get an extra burst if you're using the Strength Luffy or any Strength Free Spirit character, which is awesome. So he's just going to be an absolute menace with his 12-turn attack there. And then Int gets -1 to their burst, so that's going to be awesome. If you're facing any G5 Luffys, it'll be much easier for this season. And then lastly, there's some stuff for Ace that gets a little bit of the launch requirement down if you have him. And then during the last 30 seconds battle, just a normal CT speed and damage up. So nothing kind of too crazy there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the matches. This is the team that we're going to be using right here. So we are using our Int team still. Still one of the most OP teams. Can do an absolute insane amount of damage. They have the special CT, so we should be able to get these guys to go pretty quickly. We're using a Strength team because obviously we have the new Luffy there. He's kind of slotting in the space that the old Strength G5 Luffy was taking. So yeah, we're just putting him in that slot. Of course, we have the Sanji to help with the cooldown. And then this bottom team I might end up changing as I go on. I don't have, the full Sai team to get the most buffs. I could replace the Odin here with the Odin, with the Sai Odin. I could replace the Roger with the Sai Roger. I could replace Zoro with Yamato, and kind of move things around. So we'll see. I'll keep it as it is right now. I think I'm feeling pretty good with what's out there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the matches and see what it looks like. So yeah, let's face one of these G5 Luffys, just because obviously they have less burst. In this case, we know that their second team is going to have the Sai Luffy, the Int Luffys there, so we can kind of do that. First team here looks to be a Dex team, and it is. So yeah, we're just going to swap the teams that we have here. Have our Strength go first, and then just absolutely destroy them afterwards. So yeah, first match, I don't anticipate any real issues. As always, when you're done your matches for the day, just set your teams to either auto teams or change your leader to non-burst captain just to help everyone out. But yeah, let's get right into it. Activation effect for this Luffy is you have to just take 12 hits, which is pretty much nothing, which is great. 12 hits, we'll be able to launch our special, and unfortunately we don't get the 6,000 hit that you get for Int and Sai teams, but still, we'll get that 2.5 times attack to defense, which is always good. Wow, yeah, with 12 CT, they are moving lightning fast. You can see we've already pretty much got our special charge, and it's only the first 9 seconds of the match, which is kind of insane. Alright, we got some special buy. That's a little bit unfortunate for us, especially because Jack was going to probably do a lot of nasty stuff there, but is what it is. Kaido should do a good amount of damage here. And because we get that extra burst turn, we might as well just use it as soon as we get it, so we can just start charging it again. So yeah, I mean, it did a good chunk of damage to them. We got the Luffy revive. We lost 2 units there, but that's fine. It kind of is what it is. It looks like they have their Kaido ready, but our Luffy should be able to go before their Kaido goes. We might actually get our burst gauge charged again. Yeah, let's just go ahead and use it. Why not? We have a bunch of bursts. That way, hopefully, the game plan will be Luffy should be able to go. Unless they use their burst here. They might use their burst. I'm not quite sure. They only have 1, though. So they might actually save it for the second match with the AI there. Nope. They're going to hit us with it. That's fine. Luffy's still hanging on, trying to at least. That's fine. Sometimes that is what it is, so we change game plans. So what we're going to do is, because we're going to be able to take out that int team with the burst there, we're just going to set our int team to the last slot there. Just take them out. Like I said, they don't have any burst left, so it should be fine here. Probably should have saved one burst, one more burst, at least have two from that first match, but it is what it is. Sometimes you gamble. This is what this first day is for. Should be able to get some good CT on this team, and like I said, we'll do that 6,000 hit. I'll just wait till our units are a little bit closer to going, just so we kind of get the most effect there. Let's see what happens. Got a little bit of special reverse there, which is to be expected. A little bit of heal from Otama here. Boom, there we go. When Luffy goes, it should pretty much wrap this up. I really don't see them being able to do too much there. Got some unfortunate special bound there on the Odin. And some force out on some of our units there. But yeah, so we're going to take a little bit of the shot from the other giant there, but nothing kind of too crazy. Hopefully we can get, like I said, our Luffy should hopefully come back any second now, and then hopefully he gets just pushed to the top of the order. We can get some special rewind there from the Blackbeard. There we go. Our guys are starting to come back, which is good. Our Luffy's going to go right here, finally. Maybe. Yeah. If he decides to go. Zoro with just a little bit more defensive boost. Is Roger gonna save us? So yeah, there we go. A little bit closer than obviously we probably wanted to go. Yeah, but you can see, like, with one burst taken, like that's got a huge chunk of their HP, and just made it easy for us to kind of clean up there. Not really worried about here. Looks like it's just kind of your, normal team. Interesting to have Odin in the back line here. Like, usually Odin's up front, so he can help do some special bind to the units there. So interesting choice to have that there. But yeah. With special CT, hopefully we can get our Blackbeard to go, who do some specials. We have the Nami Karina, who will do some specials, and then from there it should be GG's. Becca and Toy Soldier always go first, it seems like. Unfortunately, Blackbeard got forced out. That was unfortunate for us. Means we'll have to rely on the Nami and Karina to do the special rewind for us. Yamato just missing out there, but when Luffy goes here, he should do an absolute monster amount of damage. Blackbeard is back finally, so he'll be able to do some special CT stuff once he is back. Yamato's going to do 2 hits. It won't be the full 30, the full 7,500 because they have type advantage, so it won't be 3,500, I believe. Oh no, we got the 7,500, even better. So yeah, I mean, we should be able to get a victory at this point. We're just going to have the Nami and Karina go again. Reduce some specials. They forced them out, but that's okay. Yeah, at this point, there's really no way that we can lose this match, so we're just going to kind of let it go. Once S-Off goes, it'll be pretty much over. If we get lucky, they might kill Yamato early, just so we can get her death hit there. S-Off showing that it doesn't matter your type, he's still going to hit like an absolute monster. Yeah, at this point, there's no way they can win. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and skip just to save some time on this video. But you can see, boom, we were able to win. So obviously we got some bad luck there with that kind of beefy Dex team at the front. Probably in hindsight, probably should have threw the Int team against them. Probably would have been a little bit better. But still, we were able to squeak out the win. You got to see an example of the 6K hit on Int teams, which is great to see. And yeah, we have enough burst to kind of keep going. So let's see what options are there for fight number 2. Again, similar to what we saw there, I'm going to have the Int team go first, so it's Int versus Int. Yeah, let's do that. And keep the Strength team against the Dex team for last. Yeah, let's fire it off. Again, we were looking to take 12 hits. 12 hits will be able to get us to activate our GP burst, and that will put us in a good spot. Good news for us, they don't have Blackbeard on this team, so they don't have the special rewind, which gets pretty much triggered right away because he has a 16 CT. So that is definitely good news for us. Should be able to let us get our Nami and Korean to go after Blackbeard, and just let us get in a really good spot. Our gauge is just about charged. We'll give it 1 second here. So I do have the new Sabo on this team, actually. I didn't even think I didn't see that originally. So let's see. Boom. Just took Luffy out right there. Oh, sorry, took S-Off out right there. There Luffy went. Now our Luffy's going to go. S-Off's going to take out 3 more units here. This AI is getting super trigger happy with the bursts. I don't know if it's just because now it only has 1 this season, so it's not saving them for fight number 2. But yeah, it's super aggressive in terms of what it's doing here. So let's just use it. Why not? Boom. Yeah, that's like 2 bursts will pretty much wipe out a whole team, which is pretty awesome. And Pel should just wrap it up right here. And there we go. Pel gets us the victory for match number 1. So let's go ahead. Yeah, it should be a quick team, I'm guessing, in that second slot. Yeah, that bottom team doesn't look scary because it doesn't have Pizarro or San Juan Wolf or any of those units. So this battle is just going to be a purely sacrificial battle. Like, I don't expect to win this. I'm just going to go ahead and skip it just because I just want to get my burst gauge charged. And that's really all I need going into that last match there. This is going to be a really bulky quick team as well. So it'd be a long fight if we did go with that. So let's go ahead and skip. I guess it doesn't matter. I thought for sure that this would have a much tougher time beating that team. But yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use that burst on that final match. Yeah, it is what it is sometimes. So that is match number 2. So yeah, let's go ahead and go into match number 3. See what different opponents we have here. We can take out either the first or second one. Let me just take a quick look at the teams. Yeah, I think I'm going to take on this team right here, just because I can do, again, my quick versus, I'm sorry, my int versus their int, then my strength versus their dex in the middle there. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think that's a pretty good approach there. That first team, even though it was the G5 captain, it didn't really have either a lot of Psy team or a full int team outside of, you know, some of the units that you saw there. So this just makes more sense just to maximize the ability of Luffy's GP burst. So let's get right into that. Again, no Blackbeard here, so that's good. They have Apu, so that's really going to take out Psy units. So luckily we don't have any Psy units here, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Pudding can obviously give special CT, so we got to watch out for that. The Yamato is going to end up giving that death hit, which is just not fun. So we're probably going to lose a couple units to that eventually when she's able to go. She's going to hit 2 units pretty hard here. But luckily for us, our Blackbeard special just didn't have the ability to go. But we're going to use our burst here, and then hopefully Yamato uses her death hit on top of that and just takes out a couple more units. We'll see. They're probably going to use their burst here, so I think I'm just going to hold off and try to win the next 2 matches if they decide to use their burst. But I'm guessing that's probably their game plan, even though this Luffy here might take me out as soon as he goes. Awesome, perfect. So we did take the burst there, which is fantastic. Means they now have no bursts, and we have 2. So that will just make it a little bit easier there. Yeah, that CT special of the pudding just completely blindsided us there. We just weren't able to get our guys to go before their whole bench went and pretty much cleared it, and then yeah, that burst on top sealed it. But like I said, we have type advantage for the second fight, so that should be good there. He has the Blackbeard on here on their squad, even though it's a squad of Dex. But yeah, it's not like the crazy Dex squad here. So ideal situation is I can save my specials and use 2 on the last fight there. Again, it's not a int team or a side team in that final slot there, I don't believe, so I won't get the 6,000 fixed damage, but yeah, it kind of is what it is. Actually, you know what? Let's use it. Why not? We have unlimited retries, right? Why don't we just try using it, see what happens? It did knock out the Blackbeard. I didn't even think about that. He was an int unit, so yeah, that did a nice shot to him. Hell, with all his hits, is pretty much going to instantly recharge our burst gauge, which you'll love to see. That ace shot is probably going to hurt, so I'm hoping that the Kobe unit can boost Luffy to the top there. Let's see if he's actually able to do that. He is, so that's good. Wasn't enough to take out that ace, though, unfortunately. I was hoping it would have done more damage there, so ace is going to get an attack off and do a good amount of damage to us here. All right, I thought it would do worse, but we're still hanging on, which is good. Kobe should be able to give everyone a little bit of CT increase there. Would have been good if we could have actually got Luffy to go. That would have helped. But yeah, at this point, like we'll have him ready to go, and once he goes, he'll pretty much wipe out everyone else. Yep, there you go. So yeah, that was a not a easy fight, but one that we kind of pretty easily managed to get through. Shame Kaido got killed before he could get his special off, but that is what it is. So the good news here is we do have a burst to be able to hopefully take out at least the S-Hawk. Let me see who else is on this team, if there's any other Sai units there. So the Shanks is Sai as well. I think that would be the only one, because the Zoro Sanji, because they have the multiple types, and same thing with the Roger, Rayleigh, Gabon. Because they have multiple types, even if they were that color, it wouldn't matter. So let's just let it go just a little bit. We'll use the burst here. They're going to pretty much be able to absolutely destroy us here. Yeah, I think we're probably going to lose this match just because they're going to have their Zoro Sanji burst everyone to the front. And then it's just going to be an absolute murder fest from there. Unless Luffy can go here. He just missed out on his special. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. That's sometimes what happens. Everyone's holding on though. They're hanging on for dear life here. Smoker with some special bind. You'd love to see that for 20 turns. Nice. Odin coming through here. If we get their backbench to come in and then have Luffy go off, that would be fantastic. That would put us in a really good spot, especially if we could kill that that Raizo unit before they're able to get their stuff off. Perfect. Okay, yeah. Now I'm feeling a lot better. I think we're gonna win this one now. Yeah. Obviously, this team wasn't really made to take on slasher teams, so obviously it's a lot closer than it should be here. You still have to worry about the Kuma, and obviously the S-Hawk can still do some defense there. So actually, we're probably not out of the woods yet. Yep, 3-on-4. We might still actually lose this one. Yeah, like I said, this team really isn't meant to take down that slasher team. If I can get Kuma to go, I'll feel pretty good. But I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna go before that happens. Yep. Yep, with that shield we lost. So yeah, yeah, that was just some bad luck. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens, and we're gonna get wiped out here. So yeah, that's what day one's for, right? Just experimenting and see what happens. So hey, happens. You get some bad luck sometimes. Get some mismatch teams there. So let's try this match again. Let's just see if we can get another win here. Let's take a look at their team. So yeah, I'm trying to think of like what could we have done better on here. So obviously we did much better on the middle team. Maybe if we swapped and had the Free Spirit go at the top and kind of use that as a sacrificial team, because they have the more HP and that stuff. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try this guy again. I think I'm gonna swap it up a little bit and save our bursts a little bit. Like I said, we probably just need one on that stage too, and then save like the crazy int team for last. So yeah, I think that's probably the better game plan there. So yeah, we'll have kind of that sacrificial team go at the front. hopefully trigger a burst. That's really what we're looking to do, is to be able to trigger that burst on round 1, so that going into 2 and 3 they don't have a burst anymore. This should go pretty quick. Like I said, once their Luffy goes, Apu should absolutely destroy our Luffy because he's Sai, and Yamato as well should help take out a bunch of those units. We can see like that CT speed is so crazy. How quick they were able to go. Got our burst charged, but we're gonna save it. Actually, I am going to use 1, just because I want to do enough damage to actually force him to trigger his burst, because I want them to waste a burst here. So yeah, let's just do that. I think that's a pretty good game plan. That will put us in a good spot. Yamato's gonna do some hits here. Otama's gonna do some healing, and then Odin should do a pretty nasty hit there. Though I just saw Luffy get boosted, but his special's not ready, so maybe that's not the worst thing there. I'm super surprised that they haven't used a burst yet, considering how quick they were to use it last time we went. Come on, use your burst. Trying to get them to use their burst, but they just do not want to use that burst. There we go. You know what? Let's try this. Since they use their burst, let's see if we can just kill them here and just end that. So yeah, now they have no bursts, and then we have 1 burst that we'll be able to use for the next match, or for the third, or for the final match. But either way, they won't have a burst to use themselves. Like I said, could have probably saved it. Might have lost the match. Might have won it. But because we get that extra burst for the season, might as well try it. I'm hoping with the CT increase that we get here, that we're able to get our units to go off pretty quickly, before they're much quicker than their units can go. I don't think we'll be able to get our specials off before they get their Blackbeard to go, unfortunately. That just kind of is what it is sometimes. Well, we're gonna get our special reround right here, unfortunately. We'll see if we can get our Luffy and those guys boosted to the top. It looks like they are. We don't have a burst ready to go yet, so it doesn't really matter. Looks like we're just gonna have to attack. Good shot by Luffy there. Good shot by Jack to get rid of a lot of their HP. Kaido should do a bunch of damage here, and then once one of them attacks me, I should have my gauge charge ability to easily take them out from there. Yeah, we took out Ace, which was really the only one I was probably still worried about there. So yeah, we'll just use our burst here. And boom. easy victory there. Yeah, so that was probably a mistake having our int versus their int and just kind of hoping that we could get our specials off quick when they had their pudding on that team. So you can see, yeah, sometimes you add a change of strategy and see what it does. So that's going to bring us to 3 out of 3 wins for the first day, which is awesome. Again, just a reminder, when you're done your matches for the day, just go in and set your team to someone who's not a rare recruit, an insane rare recruit there. It doesn't matter the first couple days. You'll be able to see all the teams anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But still, just make sure people don't have to take the burst, set it to someone else, and that will get you in a pretty good spot there. So, Mike, my overall thoughts of day 1. So I'm probably going to switch over tomorrow to using the Whitebeard and Ace for the captain, see how that works with the comeback mechanic. And then if I'm lucky enough to pull Sabo tomorrow, then we'll see if we can use him for the 3rd day to get up to the 9 wins if that works. So overall, my thoughts on this legend, like, he does like a crap ton of damage. If you're facing those int and side teams, like, you'll melt those teams pretty much. The fact that they get extra burst this season is huge. Like I said, I think once you get past the season and get back to like the normal season structure where he'll only have 2 bursts and then the regular int Luffy will have 2 bursts as well, I think you'll still see people sticking with the int Luffy just because he can just do an insane amount of damage. And he seems to be, at least from what I've seen so far, better in just terms of what he can do for his GP burst and his leader abilities as well. So that's going to wrap it up. Let me know how your first day went. Did you use any new legends in your matches? Did you find anything interesting or unique about them? Would love to hear from you guys. As always, if you like the content, like and subscribe. And I'd hope to have some videos showcasing some of these new units, so the Luffy and the Whitebeard Ace, who I have pulled, within the next day or so in regular PvP matches against regular opponents, like not the single matches, but against actually real people, to say, like, are these units actually good? Are you going to see them do some play in PvP, and what might be some teams that you can use? So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, until next time, be kind to each other.